I am welcome. We're gonna start because we need to finish the unit today, probably. Yeah. So let's open our books, please. Let's open our books. We are on unit mm, unit 10 as well. Unit 10, and we are in page. Well, actually, we finished this part. We finished who's and whose. No, we talk about this topic, who's and whose. All right. So uh, here it was a suggested idea of make more conversations with who's with your partner. So let me check if there are more. If there are examples, well, no. Whose are these cases? They are ours. We're going to on holiday tomorrow. No, who's this umbrella? Who's this umbrella? It's mine. I'm going to the shop. It is raining. So it's very obvious here. So if we have time later on, we could practice that. We can practice that. In the meantime, we go to page 104. 104, and it's reading and listening. It's a reading and listening. So let me show you the two pages. 1 minute, 1 minute in the life of the world. What time is it? What's happening in your world? And what time is it? It's 3:15, no, almost, or quarter past 3. What's happening now in the world? Well, nowadays is Russia and Ukraine are still on war, I think. There is a new prime minister. If you are interested in the UK, in England news, there is a new prime minister who is the first color prime minister. He actually is from India, and he's one of the wealthiest prime minister ever. So he's very rich. He's very rich. What else is happening? Yeah, here in Mexico, fortunately, we don't have any more timetable change. No timetable. Sometimes it was forward or backward. I don't remember, pero tenemos que atrasar o adelantar. So we don't have that anymore. The time zone stays like that. No. ¿Qué se tenía que hacer? Go forward o go backward. ¿Se tenía que adelantar o se tenía que atrasar? The time.
No.
Yeah. Forward. Adelantar. Forward.
No. No, retrasar.
Backwards. Backwards.
Forward.
Okay, backwards. So we don't do anymore. This is the first year. Yeah, we don't do that anymore. This is going to be the first year. Fortunately or unfortunately, because sometimes it is very dark in the morning or in the evening, no? In the evening now it's darker. Anyway, so what are the people doing right now in your town, in your country, in different parts of the world? Well, nowadays people are working, no? Probably they are working, or some of you, some people, maybe some family relatives from you, they are arriving home. They are getting home, no? And they are not sleeping. We are not sleeping because, well, we are in class. We are having class, of course. So it's just about news. And by the way, if you are interested in checking the news online or international news, I highly recommend one website. It is called The Guardian. Yeah? Si les interesa lo de international news, there is a website. Let me show the website. Here. Can you see my screen? ¿Pueden ver mi pantalla? Can you see my screen about the Google here?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see the Guardian, this page website? Guys?
No.
Yes. No, no lo pueden ver. I don't know, for some reason, como que de repente no quiere. My computer is a little bit old, so sorry. Yeah, ahora sí, ya. So yeah, it is. So you Google The Guardian and you click on the first website, and then there you go. That's what's happening in the world, no? For example, here it says EU, European Union on track to break pledge to cut methane emissions by 30% at once report, no? So basically they are doing like a law against pollution, no? Less use of car. So policies vacuum on livestock emissions amid pressure from industry lobbies blamed for failing. So it's not possible. So it's failing, no? The climate crisis, no? Nowadays we have climate crisis. And this is the new guy, the one that I was talking about. This is the new prime minister. As you can see, it's not very common that British people or England accept. Most of the prime ministers in the past were from Great Britain, but he's an immigrant. Well, he's an immigrant because long time ago his parents arrived to the UK. So, but he's one of the wealthiest, one of the richest persons. And yes, his name is Sonak. Dismantles legacy first day at office. No, the Pope, yeah, admits none and priests not immune to porn. Well, anyways, then we have more news about pollution, contamination. Pollution is a better word. EU, no es Estados Unidos. EU is European Union. European Union plans tighter controls as doctor for or urgent action. No, current pledges will lead to catastrophic breakdown. So basically, if we don't stop pollution, if we don't have more laws like prohibiting certain things about pollution, then we are going to have catastrophic disasters. Catastrophic disasters. No. There is another news here. Iran protests. No? Open fire, 1,000 more. Masa Amini, probably an important person, was killed. No, gunmen killed at least I don't know how many people. In Canada, Quebec separatists urge nation cut ties with incredible racist monarchy. Yeah, and Ukraine, refugees from the war, told not to return yet as energy crisis looms. No, so there's an energy crisis because of Russia. No, Russia created the war, or he wants more power basically. No, and now he's doing stupid things like cutting energy, the gases, because in Europe it is very important the gas. The gas there is natural gases in order to have heating, no, because of winter. You know, most of the time it's because there, and well, Russia cut, and it complicates life of many countries, no, including Ukraine. What else we have here? Yeah, so it's a good website where you can visit and you can read, no solamente read, por ahí hay videos. Yeah, it's about everything, sports, opinion, what's happening around the world. Sometimes there is Mexican news. Sometimes, depende qué tan viral sea. A veces sí hay. Something about culture, about gossiping, gossiping and fashion, lifestyle. It's a very good website. Highly recommend The Guardian. Or there's another typical one, BBC News, and you click on it, and it's free. It's free. You can listen to audios, you can read articles, watch videos, and there are categories here: business, UK, the world, science, stories, entertainment. Yep. So BBC News is another website, no? And sometimes you know what's happening in the world, because sometimes we don't even know what's happening in the world. No? Here, well, no more coronavirus, maybe more. It's coming. India destroyed 100 billion COVID vaccines. So how serial COVID is spoiling sea party. This is the China. We were talking about China. And then we have Australia ends COVID isolation rule. So you can click on that whenever you have time, in your spare time, and actually you can have the apps. You can have the apps. So if you've got your phone, Google Play, you can look for BBC or The Guardian, and you can download it. Yeah. Okay. So that's why I share this to you. Por eso les comparto. Whenever you have time, and it's a good practice. What's happening 1 minute in our busy world? So let's listen.
10.11. What's happening in the world right now? 1. At this moment, 116 people are getting married.
The longest marriage ever lasted an amazing 90 years. In 1925, Karam Chand.
Okay, so it didn't read the introduction, so I'm going to read the introduction. So there are almost 8 billion people in the world, even more now, because this book is from 2018, I think, 2018. What are the 8 billion doing in any of those minutes? 1 minute doesn't seem like a long time, but a lot is happening. When people are getting up in New York, they are having lunch in Paris. When they are enjoying their meal in Singapore, they are sleeping soundly in Vancouver. Around the world, everyone, including you, is doing something. Yeah. Aunque digamos que I am not doing anything or I'm doing nothing, we are doing something. Yeah. What do you think is happening now worldwide? Is just one of the 526,600 minutes. Do the statistics quiz, no? And there you have the statistics quiz, what's happening in the worldwide. Yep, in 1 minute. So it is about guessing. Choose one. Yeah, choose one, the one that you think is correct. So how many people do you think are getting married? Maybe 160 or maybe more. Yeah, in 1 minute. Vale, hagan el quiz. In the meantime, I'll be back. Ahorita vengo, ya. Do the quiz. Choose one number. Finish? Guys? ¿Ya? ¿Escogieron uno? One number? Or not yet? I'll give you 1 more minute. Okay, ready? We are going to listen. Let's see if your answers were correct. Yeah. And
10.11. What's happening in the world right now? 1. At this moment, 116 people are getting married.
The longest marriage ever lasted an amazing 90 years. In 1925, Karam Chand, then 20 years old, married his wife Katari, age 13, in India. They celebrated their 90th anniversary in 2015. Karam died just 6 weeks later.
2. At this moment, 257 babies are being born and 107 people are dying.
On average, about 132 million people are born and 55 million die every year.
3. At this moment, 10,000 planes are flying above the Earth.
There are also 1,071 satellites going round the Earth, one of which is the International Space Station.
4. At this moment, 48 million people are making phone calls.
Do you know that more people in the world have mobile phones than toilets, and the average person checks his or her phone 110 times a day?
5. At this moment, 144 million people are sending emails.
People also text a lot. Worldwide, they send nearly 9 trillion texts every year.
6. At this moment, 15,000 people are downloading songs on iTunes.
There are 26 million songs you can download on iTunes. I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas is the most downloaded song ever.
7. At this moment, the top 10 billionaires are earning on average $20,732 every minute.
Sad to say that the average person worldwide is earning just 0.013 of a dollar in this same minute. Bill Gates, the American businessman who founded Microsoft, is the richest billionaire in the world. He is worth $76.6 billion.
8. At this moment, 4,500 people are buying McDonald's hamburgers.
McDonald's has more than 34,000 restaurants worldwide and employs 1.8 million people.
9. At this moment, we are throwing away 2,500 tons of rubbish.
Every year, we create about 1.4 trillion kilos of rubbish worldwide. 46% is food waste, 27% is paper and plastic.
10. At this moment, 14 meteors are falling to Earth.
The world's biggest meteor fell on Namibia in Africa about 80,000 years ago. It's called Hoba and is between 190 and 410 million years old.
11. At this moment, lightning is striking the Earth in 360 places.
The average temperature of lightning is around 20,000 degrees Celsius hotter than the sun.
12. At this moment, 0.15 of an animal is becoming extinct.
Animals in danger include the black rhino and the mountain gorilla in Africa, and many species of frog.
Yeah, some of them are very sad, right? Like the animals in extinction or becoming extinct. It's really sad. Okay, guys, here I'll show you the answers. Oh, I don't show you. Okay, so here it is correct. How many babies? How many babies? Or would you like to listen one more time?
2.
Okay. 257 babies?
7. 257.
Okay. How many people are dying?
107.
107.
Yeah. Okay. So about how many planes are flying above the earth?
10,000.
10,000? Okay. How many people, how many million people are making phone calls?
48.
48. Here,
144.
million are sending emails right now, probably WhatsApp or other platforms like Telegram. And how many times are downloaded on iTunes? 15,000 or okay, 15,000. The top billionaires. Billionaires are rich people, wealthy, very wealthy. How much are earning?
20,000.
732.
732.
Yes, exactly. McDonald's is popular around the world. Do you eat McDonald's hamburger?
No.
No. How many hamburgers?
4,000.
4,500.
4,000. Okay, we're throwing away tons of rubbish. Rubbish, basura. Toneladas de basura. Tons of rubbish. How many?
2,500.
1,500. Imagine that's a lot. And even nowadays, more because more population and meteors are falling into Earth.
14.
14.
14, yeah. Lightning is striking. Lightning, rayo. How many? In how many places?
360.
360. Okay. And 0.15 no, of animals is becoming extinct, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Okay, we're going to listen one more time, but this time I want you to answer these questions. Yeah, today is listening activity, listening and reading activity. So have a look at the questions so you can understand them and try to hear them and answer them. Okay, I'm going to put one more, only one, the audio. Okay, but first read the question. Okay, you ready? I'm going to play one more time and then try to answer. That's okay if you don't answer them, but try to get the idea.
10.11. What's happening in the
We will check.
world right now? 1. At this moment, 116 people are getting married.
The longest marriage ever lasted an amazing 90 years. In 1925, Karam Chand, then 20 years old, married his wife Katari, age 13, in India. They celebrated their 90th anniversary in 2015. Karam died just 6 weeks later.
2. At this moment, 257 babies are being born and 107 people are dying.
On average, about 132 million people are born and 55 million die every year.
3. At this moment, 10,000 planes are flying above the Earth.
There are also 1,071 satellites going round the Earth, one of which is the International Space Station.
4. At this moment, 48 million people are making phone calls.
Do you know that more people in the world have mobile phones than toilets, and the average person checks his or her phone 110 times a day?
5. At this moment, 144 million people are sending emails.
People also text a lot. Worldwide, they send nearly 9 trillion texts every year.
6. At this moment, 15,000 people are downloading songs on iTunes.
There are 26 million songs you can download on iTunes. I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas is the most downloaded song ever.
7. At this moment, the top 10 billionaires are earning on average $20,732 every minute.
Sad to say that the average person worldwide is earning just 0.013 of a dollar in this same minute. Bill Gates, the American businessman who founded Microsoft, is the richest billionaire in the world. He is worth $76.6 billion.
8. At this
Sorry, just one comment. Maybe nowadays he's not the richest. Elon Musk is one of the richest, probably. Elon Musk. the businessman who owns Tesla and things like that. Okay.
This moment, 4,500 people are buying McDonald's hamburgers.
McDonald's has more than 34,000 restaurants worldwide and employs 1.8 million people.
9. At this moment, we are throwing away 2,500 tons of rubbish.
Every year, we create about 1.4 trillion kilos of rubbish worldwide. 46% is food waste, 27% is paper and plastic.
10. At this moment, 14 meteors are falling to Earth.
The world's biggest meteor fell on Namibia in Africa about 80,000 years ago. It's called Hoba and is between 190 and 410 million years old.
11. At this moment, lightning is striking the Earth in 360 places.
The average temperature of lightning is around 20,000 degrees Celsius hotter than the sun.
12. At this moment, 0.15 of an animal is becoming extinct.
Animals in danger include the black rhino and the mountain gorilla in Africa, and many species of frog.
Okay. So have a look at the answers, guys. Have a look at the answers. So some of them might have changed now, As I said, this book is 4 years, 5 years old. Yeah, for example, here it lasted 90 years. They were 20 and 13 when they got married. That's the tradition in India, no? Some people get married very, very young. 132 million are born and 50 million die every year on average. Maybe now with the pandemic and more illnesses, more people die these years during the pandemic. Number 3, satellites. 1,071 of them. Satellites. Thanks to the satellites, we do have internet or everything related to technology. I think nowadays, if the satellites were down or no connection, it will cause a catastrophic event worldwide. Yeah, a catastrophic event worldwide. So yeah. 110 times, no? 110 times is number 4. 5, 9 trillion. Number 6, I got a feeling, Black Eyed Peas, a long time ago. Nowadays, maybe other, and iTunes is not so popular anymore, so Spotify is more popular. And well, that's the average of us, especially we are in the third world, so unfortunately, that's the average we earn per minute. Yeah. And Bill Gates, no more Bill Gates, maybe Elon Musk or Carlos Slim here in Mexico. Yeah. Number 8, 1.8 million. Number 9, 46 percentage is food, 27 is paper and plastic. 8,000 years ago in Namibia, I don't know where. 11, it is hotter. No? It is hotter than the sun. And the black rhino, the mountain gorilla, many species of frogs. By the way, did you know a fact? I read some news the other day that they clone. I think it was a wolf. Yeah, they clone. They they made it possible, no? Now they are cloning extinct animals, yeah? So, who knows, we are going to be cloned one day. Que ya están empezando a clonar animals. It is a reality. Obviamente hay fallidos, pero esta vez sí hubo éxito. It was a success, the clone. Me parece que fue un lobo, I think. I'm not sure. But it was an animal. Yeah. That's why it's important to read news. Huh? That we know what's happening in the world, ¿no? Las mismas páginas que les dije, The Guardian y BBC News, yo les recomiendo que también las sigan en Instagram, en Twitter, en The Guardian, así más o menos sabemos qué está pasando, what's happening in the world, ¿no? That's what I do, that's why I opened my Instagram, so I could check what's happening in the world, ¿no? BBC News, The Guardian, and things like that. Okay, okay, guys. So unfortunately, ya no nos da tiempo de revisar otras páginas, pero todavía tenemos tiempo. Entonces, si no terminamos mañana la unidad, todos modos vamos a dar el lunes y ahí el martes hacemos el examen, ¿vale? Así que, see you tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow we check, we finish the unit, hopefully. Yep. Bye. See you later.
See you, teacher.